for his torso, I found a piece of bike that I cut off. This is a Walmart bike, so it's made out of steel. So I'm going to cut this to the appropriate length and weld this on. But this is going to be holding a lot of weight. It's going to be holding the head, the wings, the arms. So I can't just weld it here and expect it to hold all that weight. It's going to have a tail also to help balance it a little bit. But I'm going to fill this up with some gas pipe. I'm going to stick those in there, weld those solid in there, and stick this on top of there, and then weld these to the gas pipe. So that'll be able to take a lot more weight. This slide down. Alright, so the top of this guy is too long, so I'm going to end up cutting 2 inches off of him. I don't know if you can tell, I welded this bar back on, but I took 2 inches out of it. So it was standing that much higher. I think it looks better. I'm going to have to figure out his tail and his wings in order for me to get the rest of his torso on. So we're moving on to his tail. Alright, I'm going to be using this thing for the scales for the tail. I think this is a laundry cart. Alright, so after cutting up that laundry cart, well, half of the laundry cart, I got a bunch of these, which I'm going to now sand off the burrs off of them. I tacked the tail onto the guy right now, and I've also tacked it to this plate right here, because in order to put the scales on, they're going to need to be fed on from this side first. So I have to tack it to this plate, so I could take this guy off and feed them on from this side, and then weld them each on individually. And put them on from here, and then weld the tail onto this guy. Alright, I decided against these because I found a saw blade that's kind of the same radius as these. So I'm going to cut the saw blade out. There's his neck bone. Alright, so I don't like the size of his thighs. I think they're a little too skinny. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make them fatter with a saw blade. I'm gonna try and thicken them up. I'm gonna have to use the cutoff wheel in order to do that. Because the bandsaw blade will just break if I try and cut this hardened piece of metal with the bandsaw blade. Oh shit, I'm gonna weld the saw blades onto the back of his thighs like so. Took a bicycle rotor and I cut it straight across. Let's get this piece out of it, and then I'm going to weld it here. Try and bulk up his thighs a little bit, make him look a little more muscular. I'm thinking I'm gonna make a little diamond coming off of the end of the tail right here. I don't know if I'm gonna put a ball bearing in it or not. What I'm gonna do is make 4 pieces. I'm gonna weld the rod on here at this angle, then bend it to meet in the middle. Alright, I'm going to use MAP gas first to try and heat these things up to bend them. Alright, oxyacetylene it is. I'm gonna cut the tops off so they're all even, smash them together, and then weld them all together. Alright, that's what it looks like finished.